So, you want to become a 5%er? Well, let's get organized. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And we are continuing our ambitious series on the book Think and Grow Rich, the best-selling business Bible of all times. And we are eliciting the help of Earl Nightingale from his video, Condensed Think and Grow Rich, as well as some input from your very humble host. So let's get right to the section, the chapter on organized planning. You've decided on your desire, your goal. Now, let's organize the plan for its accomplishment. To quote from the book, quote, "You've learned that everything man creates or acquires begins in the form of desire. The desire is taken on the first lap of its journey from the abstract to the concrete in the workshop of the imagination, for plans for its transition are created and organized." Previously, we instructed you to take 6 definite practical steps, and they bear repeating, so let's go over them once again. First, and the example we're using is, let's suppose your goal is to make, let's see, money. All right, let's start with that one. First, fix the exact amount of money you want. It's not sufficient to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount that you want. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money that you desire, because we all know there's no such thing as something for nothing. Third, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. This is a key point. I want to go over it once again. Get to the starting line. Get to the starting line. When anybody makes plans, it's always an if come. But the key point is to have a plan to get to the starting line and get yourself in motion. Fifth, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money that you intend to acquire, name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. When you write things down, they become clearer in focus. That's why write it down. And sixth, read your written statement aloud twice every day. Once before you retire at night, and once after rising in the morning. And as you read your statement, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money or whatever your goal happens to be. And when you do that, you're not on the outside looking in. So let's suppose that your big goal was to be the host of the Oscars, right? You don't see yourself from the audience, you see yourself from the platform looking out into the audience. That's your vantage point. So the first move in translating the desire for whatever you want into its physical equivalent is these 6 steps. Now, one of these steps is the formation of a definite practical plan or plans through which this transformation may be made. 1. Ally yourself with a group of 1 or more persons, a group of as many people that you need for the creation and carrying out of your plan or plans for the accumulation of the money that you have established as your goal, making use of the mastermind principle, which we will have a video specifically on the mastermind principle later. But let me give you an example. A mastermind group is 1 or more additional people whose minds melt together, and when they do, they're going to form a third positive mind. Let me give you the easiest example of all times. Let's say you're married. Let's say you want to have a child. Guess what? You are forming a mastermind group Whether you're the man or the woman, that's not something that you can do for yourself. You plan out how you're going to do it. You plan out when you want to do it. You plan out what you have to do to make sure that when your newborn arrives, you have everything ready. All the different things. So you form a mastermind group. Now, before forming your mastermind alliance, decide what advantages and benefits that you may offer the individual members of your group in return for their cooperation. Because no one's going to work indefinitely without some form of compensation, although that's not always in the form of money. Third, agree to meet with the members of your group at least twice a week, and more often if possible, until you have jointly perfected the necessary plan or plans for the accomplishment of your goal. Fourth, maintain perfect harmony between yourself and every member of your mastermind group. Keep in mind these facts. First, you're engaged in an undertaking of major importance to you. To be sure of success, you must have plans that are faultless. Second, you must have the advantage of the experience, education, innate ability, and the imagination of the other people in the group, their minds. This is in harmony with the methods followed by every person that has risen above the average. Now you need to work at this until you have a well-executed formal plan for reaching your objective. So you know what? Every single morning you know exactly what you're going to do and why you're going to do it. Now, in addition to organized planning, in this chapter, Napoleon Hill also goes over the qualities of leadership. So let's do that as well. The 11 qualities of leadership, according to Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. 1, unwavering courage. 2, self-control. 3, a keen sense of justice. 4, definiteness of decision. We're going to have a video on that as well. 5, definiteness of plans. 6, the habit of doing more than being paid for, doing more than what's expected of you. 7, a pleasing personality. 8, sympathy and understanding. 9, mastery of detail. 10, willingness to assume full responsibility. Remember, as a leader, one of the most important attributes is when things go wrong, the leader says, my bad. And when things go right, the leader says, hey, there are so many people I need to thank. 11, cooperation. By the way, that's one of the ways that you get cooperation. Now, it goes without saying that anybody that doesn't have a plan to follow is like a ship without a course. No place to go and then disaster is a major probability. So this chapter on organized planning, which is the longest in the book, is a critical one, but the concepts are very, very simple. It's a step-by-step process. Key things though, when you're making your plan, remember, it's just like going to work, all right? You get up, you get dressed, you take a shower, blah, blah, blah. You get into your car. On your way to work, there's been an accident. All right, you had a plan, but what do you have to do? You have to make an adjustment. You have to detour. Same thing is going to happen here as well. But you have to have the plan to get started, to get your body in motion. And once you do that and you run into the roadblock, what do? You set a new starting line and you begin again. These are things to keep in mind on this section of organized planning. Next time we get together, we're going to talk about decision making. And because we're never going to get into a meeting and end the meeting on a philosophical note, let's all get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.